I wanted to record this in the moment. I didn't want to record this when things are all better, as I know they will be. I wanted to record this while I'm in my feelings. Today, September 30th, has been a rough day. It's been a very rough day. And I wanted to sulk. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to sulk all day. I went outside to watch the sunset, and I love nature. I love nature. I feel that's when God is like really truly speaking to me. And as I was watching the sunset, 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 16 through 17 came to mind. And I'll read the New International Version. "Don't be afraid," the prophet answered. "Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." So this is when Elisha, the Syrian army was after him, and his servant saw the army surrounding them and was freaking out, right? And of course, he goes to the man of God to let him know, hey, we're surrounded, like we're done for. And with all the things that were coming against me today, I felt like I was surrounded. And I'm so glad that these two scriptures came to me, because then in verse 17 says, "And Elisha prayed, 'Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see.' Then the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha." So in the moment, the servant was panicking, as he had reason to, because you got a Syrian army against you. And I want to say it was like 586,000 of them that were after Elisha. And you would think, and I bet you the servant was like, yo, why is he not tripping? Why is Elisha not tripping? But the man of God already knew. His eyes were open, and we're not talking about just regular eyes. We're talking about the spiritual eyes, and that was Elisha's prayer for the servant, for his spiritual eyes to be open. And that's why I asked God to open my eyes, because I can't focus on what's going on around me, what I see in the natural, because what's going on in the natural is trying to take my focus off of God, the one who is in control. I may not be in control. I was not in control of anything that happened today, except for how I handled it. I was in control of, did I pray? Did I go to God? Or did I freak out and panic? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a work in progress. I'm human. I was freaking out and panicking, but I still went to God. I was still, because in the midst of all the dysfunction and chaos that was happening today, I still had to give God the glory, because there were blessings that were still happening. There were still amazing things taking place today that I couldn't take my eyes off of, and things that were not in my control were still happening while the blessings were coming. And so it's like my feelings were back and forth, like, you know, it's been a day. But I say all that to say, I had enough sense to sit down and go to the Lord. And in my silence, in my quiet time, as I was watching the sunset, that's when I heard, just ask the Lord to open your eyes. Because no matter what my day looked like, those who are with me are more than those who are with them. So keep that in mind, as whatever happens, as chaos ensues, you're uncertain about things. 2 things. 1, keep an eye out for the blessings, because they're still happening. And 2, don't forget to go to God. That's all.